Good morning, everybody. It's Mark with Red Star Loft. Ooh, we got a cold one today. Well, it's supposed to be a warmer day out of the last few days, but it's 20 few degrees. It was in the teens over the last week. As you can see, we're getting some work done back here now, finally clearing out these trees. So this one right here got cut. So this whole back section basically was cleared out. This one was cut down, so a little bit left over there, but I think I'll take care of that in the springtime. But anyway, that's not the important part. Let's go take a look at the birds. These two have paired up as I expected they would. So all that's left for me now is to figure out where I'm gonna put them. I'm debating on just putting a nest bowl up there and calling it a day, but we'll see. Okay. Here are the breeders. The only thing that's not in my favor right now is the weather. I have to break up frozen water twice a day in 12 of these containers, and it can be a pain in the ass, honestly. But as you can see, all these used to be green for food and white for water. As you can see, a couple of them are mixed up. When I was breaking up water with the screwdriver, I punctured a couple, so I had to swap them out. So yeah, that's basically the only problem that I'm encountering. Otherwise, everything's going fairly smoothly. Let me just check who needs some food and who's good. I still don't want to overfeed them. It's much easier to overfeed them when they're in these individual, especially when there's only place for one to eat at a time, but we'll see. Bear with me just while I do this, and then I'll show you a couple of the birds. Let's see. Thought they would be eating more corn, considering how cold it is, and I know once the winter hits, they eat a lot more corn, but so far they're not too into the corn. So what I've been doing this week is, as I mentioned before, letting them out 3 a day. So essentially, these guys are the last ones that I still have left, so they get to be out until I come home for my lunch break. But in the meantime, let me climb up here. And this is the same pair that I had paired up last year. They're both Jansons from one of my friends up north in Chicago. I had this pair last year. The bird that came back from that bad 120-mile toss came off of them. I like them in general. They're a smaller pair, but as I said, I like them. Their young flew well last year, so I'm keeping them. And then this is the same pair that I had last year, both blue bar Jansons from the same guy as well. They are, again, both of these pairs are slightly on the smaller side, but I like them. I like the birds. I like the way they look. They're younger, the same as the other pair. So those are the two pairs that I decided to keep from last year. And then pretty much everybody else is a new pairing. Some were paired up with other birds, obviously, but these two are, let me open this and try to get in there a little bit better. Pardon me. This is my Gannus pair. I'm not sure if you can see. They are the GFL bands. So I've got high hopes for this pair. These were the ones that Jim Moore told me I have to pair up. I tried pairing them up last year, but I didn't try hard enough because they paired up with somebody else. So this year I'm making sure they pair up because they are supposed to be both excellent birds, excellent bloodlines. So this is might be my most anticipated pair. So that's them. And then these guys are, as I've mentioned before, a pair that I'm really looking forward to. Not just for performance, but also because of the way they look. Let's see if I can get a closer look. We've got black hen with white flights. Her mother was a tiger grizzle, very beautiful pigeon. And then we've got one of Adrian's young birds, the red check. So this pair, like I said, in terms of look-wise, this is the pair that I'm really looking forward to the most. And none of these birds are paired up based on their looks. I've had Adrian help me out, especially with the birds that I got from him, and pair them just based on their performance. And I kind of did the same as much as I could with my birds. These two just ended up being, pairing up this way, so looking forward to that. Okay. Let's take a look at these guys. There's another pair of blue bars, both of them Adrian, both of them young birds. So yeah, I don't know way too much about his birds. I have most of it written down, but did not get a chance to memorize it yet. All I know is all the birds that I got from him are excellent birds that have had great results racing this year. So we'll see and hope that carries over to their offsprings. Let me just close this, bear with me. I really got to get better nest fronts for next year, but that is not a priority right now. Okay. Right here we've got another mixed pair. And let me see. I honestly can't remember off the top of my head which one's. Yeah, that's a cockbird, the one in the bowl, the red bar. Red bar cockbird, blue bar hen. Again, another pair from Adrian. So about half of my pairs this year are gonna be birds that I got from him. So we'll see. Should work out good for me. This is my second most anticipated pair. They're both older birds. Again, both are from Adrian. Let me adjust this tripod a little bit. There we go. That's the hen. That's the cock. Beautiful, beautiful blue, dark check. I'm not even sure exactly what it is. Both of them are a couple of years old. I think they're both 2015, 2016. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I love the look of these birds. They're both bigger birds. He's a bigger cockbird, and she is definitely a bigger hen. I couldn't believe that that was a hen when he told me, but it's definitely a hen. So I'm really looking forward to seeing A, how these birds look, their babies, how they look, and B, how they perform. So that's my second most anticipated pair. Okay. Bear with me while I close this stuff up. It really is a pain to do things with one hand. All right, moving on. Box number 8 are, got him right here. These are one loft birds from Jim Ward. This pair came from him, and again, this is the one pair that he gave me that is untested. They haven't. He doesn't know exactly how well they've flown, but he knows that their parents, that their bloodline is a really good bloodline, so that he told me to give them a try and to see how they work out for me. But I've bred them last year, not with each other. And yeah, I didn't like the pairings that I had last year. A lot of birds ended up getting lost, so I'm hoping this one will work out more. And next pair is also from Jim Ward, and this one is much more promising than the previous one. Both of these are excellent birds. They're both they're both a few years old. I can't remember off the top of my head, but they're both between 3 and 4 years old, and he's told me a great deal about them, most of which, again, I didn't remember. It's all written down, but you know, you have to excuse my descriptions. I'm not an expert on these birds. You know, I can't tell you this is a cross with this and that, and yeah, I don't know that stuff yet. I have it written down, but I don't have it memorized, so sooner or later I'll have it. But it's supposed to be another very good pair, and definitely in my top 3 or 4 that I'm looking forward to seeing this year. These guys here is another one of my both birds from Adrian, both young birds in blue bar, and this interesting colored saddle. I'm not even sure exactly what she is, but both good performers this year, so you know, we'll see. Hope they do. I hope they do well breeding this year. And then this is the cockbird is from Adrian. It's dark in there, so I'll take it out. The cockbird, both blue bars, Adrian's cockbird, mine hen. It's the hen that came back from a 120-mile toss in the rain and fog and all of that. And another interesting pairing, this red hen and this blue check that I got from Adrian as well. So both young birds, again, both birds that scored this year, so high hopes for them. Fingers crossed for all of these birds for good results. Again, I apologize for my not expertly narration, but I only know so much about these birds since, you know, most of them I've had. About half of them I've had for, you know, a few months now, so the other ones I need to dive deeper in their pedigrees. So there they are. We're done with the breeders. Took a while, but I'm gonna take you over to the garage and show you something else. All right, check that out. My newest purchase, my newest addition, the Benzing M1 clock. As you guys can see, I picked up this one a few days ago. This is the biggest antenna that they make, so I'm glad I managed to get the big one. And I've got the Benzing Live system as well, right here, that I don't think was ever used before. There's the cables and everything. And then of course the M1, the actual computer system itself. So I got a call from Jim Ward the other week, and you know, he told me, hey, I got a used M1 system. I'll give it to you for real cheap. Come pick it up. So I didn't even hesitate, didn't think about it too much. I went over there and picked it up. Again, this is, you guys know that M1s are basically top of the line, or as far as I know they are. And these things new with the big antenna and the GPS and all of that are $1,200. So I got lucky and I didn't pay even a fraction of that price. So obviously I have more cables and stuff over there, but there's no need to show you cables. So I got real lucky and real fortunate. The gym ran across this and grabbed it for me. So, yep, Benzing M1, the Benzing Live system, antenna. It's all here. It's all ready to go. So next season is all set up. Now we just need the time to pass and the birds to be trained. So that's it, guys. Wanted to show you the new clock as well as the birds. So that's the update for today. You guys have a good one, and I'll talk to you later.